I found here everything I needed, but yet I didn't know I needed. I had been practicing eating disorder for since I was 16 years of age. I didn't really know what an eating disorder was, and in fact, throughout my adult life, I made a very conscious effort to not inform myself about what an eating disorder was, because I didn't want to realize that that was my problem. Equally, I always felt like I was in control of it. If I wanted to leave it, I would be able to without any problems. Of course, that was a big lie. When we moved here to Memphis, my depression was really, really bad, and the eating disorder was at its worst. I went through a very, very serious crisis. I had thoughts of not being alive, and that's when I realized I needed to do something about it. I was desperate. I was really, really desperate. I didn't know what the bottom looked like, but that certainly felt like the bottom. So that's how I came to the Transformation Center. That first week was very, very difficult. A lot of deep stuff that I had never thought about or talked about with anybody. So in fact, that same week, I was still very anxious, very depressed. I got to a point where I realized this is serious and I am going to have to do a lot of really hard work. And I thought when I came in here, I had hit the bottom. I hadn't. That was the bottom. And when I realized how hard and how painful this looked like, I actually did try to end my life. Lucky for me, that was not successful. And however, it did rock my world. Now I realized that this is something very, very serious, and I needed to do something about it, otherwise I wasn't going to survive. There was a lot of things I didn't want to talk about, a lot of things I hadn't allowed myself to even think in years, but people here were amazing. It was so all-encompassing. Like I said, I went through the eating disorder program and the trauma program, and everything from nutrition, obviously, that is so important. Mindfulness, yoga, body image, which was a big problem for me. Obviously, the professionals who are here, they know what they're doing, they're trained to do that. But in fact, the people who are here in treatment are a huge help too. Never thought that because somebody else had a different type of trauma and they talked about how that affected their lives, that there were some things I would relate to that would help me realize how much I needed to be here, and even in my own recovery process. It is priceless to have people around also who have been through difficult times in their lives, who are willing to share, who are open, who struggle in the same way or similar way than you do, and uplift one another. Every single person I met here made a huge difference in my life. I found here everything I needed, but yet I didn't know I needed. It's an amazing place. If I can use one word to describe it, it's phenomenal. The person that came in here back in September 2012, and the person who is leaving these doors later today is a completely different human being. I would have not recognized me. I really honestly can say this place has transformed my life. I could have never done it if I had not come here.